What is going on, everybody? Welcome back into TTP Sports. Oh, they did it. Oh, they did it. Oh, the Phillies. They lose 3 of 4 to the Arizona Diamondbacks in a series where I demanded them to win 3 of 4. I wasn't accepting a split. I was going to be pissed off if you lost the series following winning a series, finally winning a series against the Dodgers. And this was your chance to make us believe that you can figure this thing out, to make us believe that you still can be the team that you were from the first half. And the series, you just proved in any way, shape, or form that the Arizona Diamondbacks are your father. You're their bitch. And rightfully so. Started all when you can never win in Arizona because for some reason, every time you go to that ballpark, it's just a house of nightmares for this team. It goes back to the NLCS when you go up 2-0 in the series and you should have won that series, but then you make comments, i.e. Garrett Stubbs, talking about celebrating in the pool, giving them some whiteboard material, some bulletin board material to come and prove you wrong. You lose the next 2 games in the NLCS, then you win Game 5, and then you have a chance to still clinch the series to go to the World Series in Game 6 and 7 with Aaron Nola and Ranger Suarez on the bump. You lose both of those games. Your offense got completely shut down because your offense tried to do way too much. And now, once again, when you play the Arizona Diamondbacks in Arizona, oh, look, you got the most important win of the series, the first game of the series. That's what Rob Thompson says. That's what Rob Thompson says. We had to get back to winning the first game of the series. So I thought that winning game 1 of the series automatically put you in the best possible position to win the series. Boy, I was wrong. Boy, I was so wrong. It's not even funny. Honestly, it's very funny because it's absolutely hilarious. It's honestly just very funny the way this team is just crumbling apart and just that when something goes wrong, everything goes wrong. Everything for the Diamondbacks today with 2 outs. With 2 outs. 2 outs, 2 outs, 2 outs. Any pitcher that went up there failed. Christopher Sanchez failed. Who else that came out of the bullpen? Jose Alvarado failed. Just any other pitcher that you could name. Ryan Kerkering failed. Banks failed. Anybody that you put on the mound right now fails. It's amazing. It's amazing. And the funny thing is, you go up 2-0 in this game. You go up 2-0 in the top of the first inning. Trey Turner, Bryce Harper, they get on base, and Alec Bohm drives both of them home with a double in the gap. And you're thinking to yourselves, oh, are they actually just trying to salvage this series? Are they actually going to try to give it the raw? It's funny, too. The one thing that I said to myself, oh boy, how are they going to fuck this up? How are they going to fuck this up instantly? It was just instantly. Instantly. For Christopher Sanchez, he got the first 2 guys out in the first inning very easily, and then just completely went the other way. All with 2 outs, some light contact, guys getting on base. You allow 1 run. He does get out of it, but he still allowed 1 run. And then it just kept escalating and escalating and escalating and escalating and escalating, and it just got worse. It just kept getting worse as the day went along. Offense got shut down. Again, surprise, surprise, against Merrill Kelly, who hasn't pitched in months. You got shut down by him. I don't care about his numbers. He hasn't pitched in months. That's a pitcher that you should be able to take advantage of. A guy that hasn't pitched in months. But no. I get proven right again. And I hate being proven right. I hate doing this on a consistent basis. I hate complaining about this team on a consistent basis. This is not fun for me. But I'd be doing myself a disservice, and I'd be doing you guys a disservice if I just went ho-hum like this entire Phillies team does. If I just go ho-hum like this entire Phillies organization does. Oh, we're too good to be losing this much. Oh, we're too talented to be playing like this. Oh, we'll be fine. Oh, we'll be fine. Oh, we got to rely on our talent. Our top guys need to step up. Ho hum, ho hum. Just lollygagging all through along. This team will be fine. Oh, they're built for the playoffs. This and that. Blah 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 blah. I've had enough. I've had enough of hearing that. You set your own expectations at the beginning of the year. Winning a division, making up for your past failures, and trying to go win a World Series. And you showed us what you were capable of in the first half by being one of the best teams in baseball. And now, once again, you're proving to us that you crumble under pressure. That you crumble under pressure because you can't handle pressure. Any slight ounce of adversity, you crumble. Any slight ounce of expectations, you crumble. The only reason you're still in first place in the NL East is because the rest of the division sucks. The Braves are falling apart. They just had an 8-2 lead against the Colorado Rockies, and they allowed 7 runs in that inning. I'm not even sure. I think they lost that game, if I'm not mistaken. I firmly believe they lost that game. Yeah, they lost that game 9-8. So yeah, the Braves just continued to crumble and continued to crumble. And also because the Mets lose 2 games to the Seattle Mariners. So you're getting help left and right. That is the only reason why the division race is still above 7 games. That is the only reason that you even have some distance in your division lead. Only reason. If the Braves were playing up to their capabilities, and like I said, if they were not depleted with injuries, if their fully talented roster was there, the Braves probably would have overtaken first place by now. Just being honest. The Braves probably would have been overtaken first place by now. But because they're so depleted with injuries, some of their players are not stepping up. This is why. This is why. So you're lucky in that fact. I'm not happy because of that fact. You're lucky. It's 2 different things. It's a colossal failure. In my eyes, this entire road trip, you got smacked around so many different times. Gets to Seattle twice. Oh yeah, you salvaged the series. Good whoop-de-doo. In a position where we talked about so much, when you lose a series of the Guardians, when you get swept by the Yankees, all this team probably just needs is to go out west. Get as far away from Citizens Bank Park as possible. Nope, apparently that wasn't the case either. That wasn't the solution. Because it just continued to be the same thing. Just continued to be. You happened to win a series against the Dodgers because, yes, some of your players did step up. But nope, just once you got to the Arizona Diamondbacks, old demons came back and bit you in the ass. And that is the Arizona Diamondbacks in general and playing in Chase Field. And it's not an excuse. It is so hardly not an excuse. I don't care that the Arizona Diamondbacks are playing like one of the best teams in baseball recently. I don't care. You set your own expectations of having the best record in the National League, one of the top records in baseball. I hold you to those standards. And if I shatter those expectations and if I damper those expectations, I'm letting you off the hook. I'm letting you off the hook for everything. I saw so many people out there that said they would have been perfectly fine with splitting in Arizona and going 5-5 on this road trip. How am I supposed to accept 500 baseball more? How am I supposed to keep accepting 500 baseball? We've been getting 500 baseball for the past 2 months. Past 2 months. Basically since the London series. We've been getting 500 baseball. And I'm supposed to sit back, relax, and accept more 500 baseball and just go, ooh. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. They gave them, all this wiggle room. All that winning in the first half, they gave them all this wiggle room, all that excuse, all that stuff. They set themselves up perfectly. Remember so many times in the beginning of the season when the Phillies were winning so many games and we kept telling ourselves, and there were stats out there that said, the Phillies just play 500 baseball the rest of the way. They'll still be a 90-plus win team. Well, I think we're in that reality now, people. I think we're in that reality now. It's sad that we're in that reality, but we are in that reality, and it's... We're just not getting out of it. Not getting out of it at all. Because this team, I don't know what else to say. Because, yes, it is true to the fact that this team is way better than what they're playing. I've heard it so many times. Yes, it can be true, but then you can constantly say that you're better than you are, but still lose this many games. You could be trying different things, but whatever you're trying, it's not affecting the results. Your pitching is going out there, and literally, your bullpen goes out there right now. It's either they go scoreless innings or they give up a bunch of runs. That is the only two results that's been happening with the bullpen. Only two results. And the pitchers, yeah, they definitely have not been the same since basically the entire first half. It's one good outing, one atrocious outing. One good outing, one atrocious outing. It's literally nothing in between. Nothing in between. Zach Wheeler has a bad start against the Yankees, has two solid starts following that. Aaron Nola has a good start, has a bad start, has a good start, has a bad start. Basically, it feels like the same thing with Christopher Sanchez. Has a good start. This is probably one of the worst starts of his career, though, against the Arizona Diamondbacks. Most hits he's ever allowed in his career. Probably the most earned runs he's ever allowed in his career. One good start, one bad start. One good start, one bad start. And oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy, don't we get a nice, a nice gift-wrapped present for us this upcoming Tuesday when the Phillies are back home against the Miami Marlins for 2 games. Oh boy, don't I get the joy of witnessing Taijuan Walker back on the mound. Just because, yeah, Taijuan Walker is the savior that we need. Taijuan Walker is the guy that is going to send us to the promised land and get us out of his entire slump. I even say slump. It's not even a slump at this point. You've lost 7 of 8 series. That is more than a slump. That is a stretch even as bad as the Chicago White Sox. I'm sorry. That's just me being honest. I'm not even sorry. Is that too harsh? Probably not, because that is the brand of baseball that it feels like you're playing every single day. You're as bad as the White Sox right now, and that's what it feels like. To lose 7 of 8 series, that is not a slump. That is not a bad stretch. There is something fundamentally flawed with this team. Something fundamentally flawed with this team. To where it gets that bad. To where it gets bad. Not even good teams. And don't keep bringing up that, some of the other top teams in baseball are also going through bad stretches. The Dodgers, the Orioles, the Yankees, the Guardians, all of these teams are struggling. Like, why can't you just accept that this is a part of baseball? That's not supposed to make me better. Am I just supposed to dampen my expectations just because, that's baseball? You know what a bad stretch is? You know what a slump is? Losing 2 of 3 series. Losing 3 of 4 series. Not 7 of 8. Not 6 straight series. Then you win a series, and then you lose another series following that in 4 games. You don't lose that many. A slump, it's maybe you win 2 series, you lose 2 series. You win a series, you lose a series. You win a series, you lose a series. It's back and forth, win-loss, something like that. That's a slump. This, what we're seeing is absolute garbage. Garbage. This is not a slump. 2 months of it, you don't classify that as a slump. That's what this team's brand of baseball is right now. It's just fact. You can't even call it a slump. You can't even call it a stretch, because this is the fucking reality that we're in. I'm tired of the people with the ho-hum mentality basically just replicating what the entire team is fucking doing from top to bottom. Oh, they'll be fine. I'm not worried about the Phillies. How are you not worried about a team that loses 6 series in a row? 7 of 8 series. When they finally win a series, they have a chance to bring us back. No, they got shit stomped by the Diamondbacks. They got shit stomped. You have a chance to send a message. You have a chance to say, no, we're not just going to sit down here and die. No, we're not going to accept this. We came back. We won a series against the Los Angeles Dodgers, a top team in this league. We're coming back. We're going to beat a team that is hot right now. We're going to win this series. Look, we took the first game of this series. We're going to find a way to win this. Nope. We just sit back and die. We just sit back and die. 1 game, that's not offense for us. Okay, apparently that is, because we don't want to score for our ace that was on the mound that kept us involved in the game. There's a walk-off bomb to a guy that just hit his first Major League home run and a guy that was just called up. Brilliant. And then Aaron Nola on the mound, just keep allowing those runs. Just don't score runs at all for your pitcher as well. And the same thing, we got a 2-0 lead. There it goes, squander right away. Right away. Right away. You're their bitch. You're their bitch. And there's no ways around it. There's no ways around it. The Arizona Diamondbacks are your father. Like how we are with the Braves in the postseason, this is what the Diamondbacks are to us. They own you. And they know it. Because you know why? You gave them all that bulletin board material in the playoffs. Because you said you were going to go and celebrate in their fucking pool. You gave them a reason. You gave them a reason. And then, out of all people, after you sweep the Dodgers before all of this mess started, Johan Rojas, out of all people, says that no one can beat us in our ballpark. We're confident we could beat anybody. We're confident, blah, 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 blah. You put a fucking target on your backs. This is everyone's World Series. You put a fucking bounty on your heads. When does this team learn how to fucking shut up and stop giving other teams bulletin board material? Where's our bulletin board material? Like what? Like, can we just find a way to just spark some energy into us? No, apparently not, because any sign of adversity, this team fucking crumbles. This team fucking crumbles. Because that's reality. That is reality with this ball club. They crumble under pressure. They can't handle it. And I bring this up again like I did a couple of other recaps ago. In 2022, fun ride, there was no pressure. There was no expectations because they were a team that just slid into the playoffs. Got in there on the scraps of their heels. And then they go on a run because, oh, no one has expectations for you. Everyone's expecting you to get swept in the wild card series. Then you kept winning. Then you kept winning. And the expectations were still low because, oh, we'll just see how far this takes us. We'll just see how far this takes us. And yeah, the result ended the way that it should. You lost to a team that was better than you in the World Series. And everyone was expecting you to lose that World Series. So, there you go. Next year, the expectations rose more. You get first wild card spot, you cruise for the first 2 rounds, and then you, in a series where you should have won, in a series where you should have won, in a series where you should have won, you go up 2-0, you should have won that series, you should have won that series. I'm going to keep saying it again, you should have won that series, you go up 2-0, you should have won that series, and you fucking collapsed. And you fucking collapsed. And now, when you get the best record in baseball through the first half, expectations continue to rise, and you're folding again, and you're folding again. I don't expect mediocrity. I can't accept mediocrity. I can't accept garbage baseball. I'm sorry I can't ho-hum my way through this anymore because you set the expectations on yourself. It's not my fault. That's not my fault for having high expectations of a team that I still believe can win a World Series. I'm sorry that I had those expectations, but I would be doing a disservice to you guys. I'd be doing a disservice for myself if I just ho-hummed through this entire thing and said, they'll be fine. They'll be fine. How do you live with yourself? Like, how do you have that type of mentality right now? It's just unreal. You're getting shit stomped every single series, every single time. It's unbelievable. It's ridiculous. And that mentality took you through the trade deadline because you didn't do anything at the trade deadline. And like I say, I like the Austin Hayes trade for what it is. It's not earth-changing whatsoever. It is not. You got some nice bullpen help. Yeah, that helps. You got moderately better at the trade deadline. You didn't do anything else. You didn't do anything else. You know what would have been changing? Brent Rooker. You know what would have been changing? Probably Randy Arozarena. You know what would have been changing? Jazz Chisholm. You know what would have been changing? Anything else. Anything else. It's the mentality from this team top to bottom. Ho-hum it. Ho-hum it. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. That's what they tell us every time. And I'm sure Rob Thompson's going to say that again. We'll be fine. We're good. We're too talented to be losing this much. We'll be fine. All we need to do is get back home. We said that last time after the All-Star break when they lost those 3 series on the road. Well, 2 series on the road, actually. All they need to do is get back to Citizens Bank Park. They'll be fine. We said that already. All they need to do is go on the West Coast. Nothing helped. All we need to do is get back home again. And it's going to be repeating the same cycle until you prove me wrong. And like I said, I hate thinking like this. I hate acting like this. Because I'm normally Mr. Cool, calm, and collected, and look on the positive side, and look to the outlook of the future. Not now. Not now. Not now. Nope. Can't. Not even a single time. No. 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 When's positive Amadeo coming back? Can you please stop being negative Amadeo? Negative Amadeo is a completely different person. Please, please, I want happy Amadeo back. You're not getting happy Amadeo back until the Philadelphia Phillies fucking figure it out. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's not happening. Been through so much fucking turmoil with this fucking city and their sports teams too recently for me to be happy Amadeo. I just witnessed a collapse in the NLCS. I witnessed a fucking football team start 10-1 and then utterly collapse, and then there's so much controversy with this team still. Regardless of how much excitement some people still have for the team, there's so much fucking controversy with Jalen, your fucking quarterback and your head coach. How can I not focus on that rather than the season? And now I got a fucking baseball team that just can't figure it out, and they're crumbling under pressure. And I also have a hockey team that loses 8 straight in a row and finds a way. And I have a basketball team that just can't figure it the fuck out. All these fucking battles. It's like that one meme that you always see on Twitter. It's the 2 heads that are next to each other, and like one says that, why do you always give me your toughest challenges? And then the other head says, how are you still fucking alive? It's one of those situations with every single team in this city for us. What did Philadelphia do to have this? And don't give me the fucking remark that, oh, Philadelphians deserve this. Philadelphians, why? Why do Philadelphians deserve this? What did we do? Because we hold our teams accountable? Because we boo players? Because we expect higher of our players? We expect higher of our teams? Because we want to win? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that we're allowed to have expectations. I'm sorry that we hold our teams accountable. I'm sorry that we have so much passion that it literally bleeds into our blood. Sorry that we can't think like that anymore. Apparently that's not a sports thing to do. Apparently it's not a fan thing to do. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Let's look at this game. Why not? I'm not going through the game. I'm just going through the box score. Look at the lineup today. Oh yeah, Kyle Schwarber hasn't done shit since his 3-homer game. 0-for-3 with an RBI and a walk. Trey Turner just keeps grounding it out to the left side. Goes 1-for-4. Bryce Harper, a nice 0-for-2, 2 walk. Nice 0-for-2, 2 walk. Alec Boehm, 1-for-4 with 2 RBI. Bryson Stott, 1-for-4. Nick Castellanos, 2-for-4. JT, 1-for-4. Marsh, 1-for-4. RBI. And Stevenson, 1-for-3. You're down that bad where you're putting Stevenson in the lineup. It's that bad. 3-for-7 with runners in scoring position. The Diamondbacks themselves, they went 6-for-16. And how many home runs did they hit? They hit 1, and that was Corbin Carroll again off Colorado. God. Let's look at your pitching. Christopher Sanchez, 4 2/3, 12 hits, 7 earned runs, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts on 96 pitches. Banks came in, allowed more runs to score. He got 1 more out to get out of the 5th. Kerkering, he allowed 1 unearned run, struck out 3 because the defense. Alvarado allows 3 earned runs, 19 pitches. And then Lazar, probably your best reliever in the garbage time, 24 pitches, 2 strikeouts. Good for him. Good for him. Why not? 2 errors, 8 hits. Fun. I love it. Oh, I love it. Oh, I really love it. Standings-wise, you're 7.5 games above the Mets and the Braves in terms of the league. You're a half game better than the Dodgers and a game and a half better than the Brewers. And, oh, look, the Diamondbacks are 3.5 games worse than you. Ooh, same thing with the Padres. Ooh. That Best record in the National League slowly going away. Slowly going away. Let's get the Rob Thompson postgame before we get to any type of anytime hotline stuff. I want to hear from Rob Thompson and what the hell he has to say. So let's see. It's a whole 2 minutes and 43 seconds here. Let's see what Topper's got to say about another loss.
Is today?
Really command. I thought the stuff was okay. Changeup was good. They were fouling it off. Left a lot of pitches in the middle of the plate. And created a lot of foul balls, which created a lot of pitches.
Do you think that was just missing location? Did he? I guess it might not be easy to tell, but like, was there less movement today, or?
I thought from the side, I thought the movement was pretty good. They really didn't hit his changeup all that hard. He threw a lot of them, I think, but they just kept fouling them off. And when they hit it, it hit a hole someplace.
And you guys, a lot of hitters counts against Merrill Kelly. Did you feel like you kind of left some meat on the bone against him?
Yeah, we scored early, and then we had some other chances too, and we just didn't get it done. But it was nice to see Stock get a base hit, and Marsh get a base hit today. Castellanos continues to swing the bat well.
Were you surprised to see a lefty?
What?
A lefty for Managerial?
Yes. Well, he was already in the ballgame, right?
Yeah, but.
Oh, hit the home run. Yeah. It's happened a couple of times now here in the last couple of weeks. But again, it's command and being able to locate pitches and stay out of the middle of the plate.
Sorry, no, go ahead.
Based on how the team left, how do you evaluate the road trip?
Well, it would have been nice to win today because we would have gone home 500 on a very tough road trip with 3 really good teams. So, we just got to get home. We're all looking forward to it. It's been a long trip. Get home in front of our fan base and start winning some games and winning some series.
That Del Castillo 2-run single, did it look like maybe just out of Harper's reach? Was it a bad hop? Do you think that's a makeable play, or
2-run single?
Yeah, right down the first base line.
Oh no, I it just hopped over his glove.
Yeah,
I don't think it's a dive place. Yeah, it just hopped over his glove.
JT, was that like neck or shoulder?
He just got a little stinger in his neck. I'd say he was fine. He just wanted to stay in, but then he kind of twinged a couple of times there too afterwards. But I think he's fine.
And rotation plan to be on Tuesday?
Yes, so it is Walker Tuesday, Phillips Wednesday, Wheeler Thursday, Noah Friday.
Was the consideration there just like whether to get guys on regular rest because you don't need the 5th for a couple days?
Yeah, it was really about Wheeler giving him an extra day or not giving him an extra day. And he was fine either way, and I just decided let's just play it safe.
Man, here's Bryce Harper. Here's Bryce Harper post-game on the Diamondback series.
Might see those guys again in October. Just what makes them such a difficult opponent?
Really good team. They ain't scared. They go about it the right way. They play the game hard. They got guys that walk. They got guys that can hit. They got good pitching, good bullpen. They're a good team. I mean, it's they're going to show up and they're going to play the game the right way, and they're going to win a lot of ball games because of that.
Aren't you supposed to be a good team, Bryce? I'm just asking. Aren't you supposed to be a team that plays the game the right way? They play the game hard. They got a good pitch and they got a good bullpen. Aren't you supposed to be all those things? Aren't you supposed to be all of those things? How about we stop giving the other team credit, and how about saying that we're playing like shit? Why not that? Why not that? Stop using the excuse, oh, that's a good baseball team over there. We lost to a good baseball team, blah, 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 blah. We played so many good baseball teams recently. I don't care. I don't care. Your record shows to me that you're supposed to be one of these better baseball teams. Figure it the fuck out. I'm sick and tired of that. Oh, they're just a good team over there. Enough. Enough. You're supposed to be a good team. Figure it the fuck out. Unbelievable. Got some Ricky Pitalico quotes post-game. Let's hear that.
22 games, it started me wondering, are they just a good team that needs some luck to win? Or are they a team that is going to explode and beat the living daylights out of you? And I look at this right now. Can they get through the National League? Yes. Why? Because they play well against the Dodgers. That's the only reason that I have to say that. Can they get through the American League? Prove it to me when you look at that list.
Yeah, you're right.
Prove it to me.
Not in this stretch.
Not in this stretch, they cannot. But is this the team we have now? Isn't that the question that we're all searching
is
for?
the
What is
question.
the team? Which team do we have? Is it the team that scores a lot of runs and has great pitching, or a team that has mediocre starters now, mediocre bullpen now, and a mediocre offense all of a sudden?
We went out of our way.
This just sucks. These games stunk this week. 20.
Put it bluntly. Phillies rotation for the week ahead. Tuesday, Taijuan Walker. Wednesday, Tyler Phillips. Oh boy, Taijuan Walker and Tyler Phillips against the Miami Marlins. Yeah, I know the Miami Marlins suck, but anything could happen there. Wheeler Thursday, Nola Friday, Sanchez Saturday, and Walker on Sunday in that 4-game series against the Washington Nationals. Oh man, there's some stats here that actually popped up before postgame as well. Not postgame, pregame as well. One from Jeff Kerr that interested me on a specific player, and then from Phillies tailgate as well. This was before the game, and I just saw Julian posted it in the chat. This is Jeff Kerr. This is on Brandon Marsh. Since June 1st, so this is the past 44 games for Brandon Marsh. Batting .216, 5 home runs, 18 RBI, a .685 OPS, and a 43.1 strikeout percentage. Strikeout rate, actually. That's bad. Just to put it bluntly, that's fucking terrible. That is terrible. I'm starting to be convinced that Brandon Marsh is not a good hitter. I'm starting to be convinced. I'm really starting to be convinced. And then here's from Phillies tailgate. This was before the game. Phillies are 38 for 170 with runners in scoring position since the All-Star break. That is a .224 average. No wonder why you're not scoring. Amazing. 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 Honest to God, bucket-getter, could Justin Crawford do any worse? Could Justin Crawford do any worse than what any of our outfielders are doing? I know Nick Castellanos' bat has been a lot better over the past couple of weeks. It's still not enough. It doesn't feel like it, in my personal opinion. It's not enough. Because I see that Alec Boehm has like, what, a 28, 29 on-game base streak or something like that. And he's batting like, over 300 in that stretch. So it doesn't feel like it. I'm going to be honest with y'all. It doesn't feel like it. I mean, what do you want me to say? Oh, great. Yeah. Good job, guys. No. Let's see. Projected starters for this week for the Phillies. In the specific games, we all know who's pitching in those games. Who are they going up against? So let's see. Miami. Who are they going up against? It'll be Taijuan Walker going up against Valenti Bellozo. I'm assuming he just got called up or something like that. He is 1-1 with a 3.05 ERA, 24 years old. He's got a whip of 1.02. Let's see in his past couple of games. How many games has he played? He's played 4 games. Gone 5 innings in all of those. He went 5 innings against the Royals, didn't allow an earned run. He went 5 innings against the Red Sox, allowed 5. He went 5 innings against the Braves, allowed 2 earned runs, and went 5 2/3 against the Reds, allowed 0 earned. We'll see. We'll see. And then for Wednesday's game, Xavier Curry. That's what Phillies tailgate is saying. Who the hell is Xavier Curry? I have no fucking clue. Xavier Curry. Let me see his stats. I'm assuming he was just claimed because it shows that he was formerly part of the Cleveland Guardians. So either he was traded to the Marlins or he was picked up on waivers by the Marlins. I'm not entirely sure. But according to his season stats, he's 0-2 With a 5.84 ERA in his career, he's 3-7 of 4.53 ERA and 129 innings pitched. So take that for what it's fucking worth. Doesn't really mean anything when your offense doesn't do shit. Doesn't really mean anything when your offense doesn't do shit. So let's see. I don't see. Seriously, when do you think Miller and Crawford will be ready? Not enough time to help this team out. That's all I gotta say. Not enough time to help this team out. That's all I gotta say. Not enough time at all. Funny. It's funny. I'm sorry. It's just funny. It's just very funny. Here's another stat for you from Jeff Kerr. I just refreshed Twitter, and here we go. Oh. This is a fun stat. So 2 players specifically in the month of August. So we're 11 days into the month of August, and these are what these 2 players are putting up so far. Brandon Marsh in the month of August, he's batting 129. He's 4 for 31, 14 strikeouts, 0 home runs, 3 RBIs, and a 444 OPS. Bryson Stott in the month of August, probably even worse. Yeah, very worse. He's batting .067, 2 for 30, 3 strikeouts, 1 home run, 2 RBI, and a 233 OPS. Do I even have to explain even more of that on how terrible that is? I don't think I do. I don't think I have to. Anything else from Jeff Kerr? Anything else from Jeff Kerr here? Don't think there is. Oh, here's a positive stat for you. Alec Bohm this month in 10 games, he's batting .341 with 5 doubles and home run and 7 RBI. Okay. Julian, when judging the Ohapi trade, when was Ohapi going to play? I just want you to put that out there. When was Ohapi physically going to play on the Phillies roster? When was he? He was blocked by JT Realmuto. He was blocked by JT. So you trade guys like Logan Ohapi. And Brandon Marsh, the past 2 years acquired, he was a good player. He was a solid player for you. I don't think Brandon Marsh is this bad with the way that he is performing. Yeah, I still don't think, I said that he's not good. I don't think Brandon Marsh is this bad. So, you trade a Logan Ohapi because he was blocked by JT. Logan Ohapi was never going to start for this team. And you don't put that guy as a backup catcher because you just don't do that. It was never going to happen. So, and of course, people are going to have revisionist history on that trade because Brandon Marsh is sucking now, that makes the trade terrible. So, has David Dombrowski make any good? Yes, Dave Dombrowski has made plenty of good moves. Dave Dombrowski has made plenty of good moves. Yeah, Dave Dombrowski failed this trade deadline, even though I like the trades that he made. It's not like his only good move was Edmundo Sosa. Let's be real here. Traded for Noah Syndergaard. Noah Syndergaard gave you what was left of him. You traded Mickey Moniak. So, Syndergaard gave you all he had left. There were some good moments there with Syndergaard, and there were some ugly moments as expected. What are some of the other trades that he made? Last year, got Michael Lorenzen. Michael Lorenzen started off very good, and then completely burnt him out when he threw his no-hitter. That completely burnt him out. What other trades? You made some fantastic signings. So, not all of this is on Dave Dombrowski. He's made some mistakes. He's responsible for some other shit. You know what I mean? Michael, they're not firing Rob Thompson. Michael, you don't fire a manager. How many months are we into the season? I'll say 3. You don't fire a manager 3 quarters into the season. You don't do that. You don't do that. That never happens. What manager is going to come in here and fix this ship in August? I want to know that. I want to know that. I'm harsh on this team like everyone else, but you also got to think logically here, people. Come on. I could be harsh. You also got to think logically here, realistically. You know what I mean? You're not firing someone in August. That just isn't going to happen. Rob Thompson makes some bad decisions with the bullpen. Rob Thompson's not the responsible for the offense sucking, for the starting pitching being terrible. Yeah, maybe probably his ho-hum attitude is responsible for some of this. So, I don't know what to tell you. Trying to see if there's anything else here. Interesting stat-wise. Don't think there's anything here. Someone did the freaking Family Guy meme for Bryson Stott and Brandon Marsh, but how bad they are. Let's see. Nope, there's nothing else here. Might as well get to the Anytime Hotline. We're 42 minutes into this. I never realized that. We have to get to the Anytime Hotline here. We do have a text. We have a text from Jonathan here, and we also have a call from Sean. So let's get to the text message first. The lineup was better tonight. That's a stretch. Sucks Christopher Sanchez laid an egg. I don't know what's gotten into him with so many rough games as of late. And I love how Diamondback fans act all high and mighty, saying they own us. Will you explain that we're true? Well, I think Jonathan's trying to hold hope. I could tell. I'm not right now. I'm sorry. Let's see. Sean? Let's get to Sean.
Your title for this upcoming video says it all. This trip was a colossal fail. I mean, I was on the same wavelength as Hunter Brody. Even a 500 trip wouldn't have satisfied me. I was hoping for 7-3, even 8-2. I wanted this team to show me something and to show the fan base something. And now I go back to the start of the year. What did we hear leading into the season? Basically that they learned from their shortcomings in Arizona last year and they were going to make strides to correct them this year. Not only did you not do that in this series, you played worse against them than you did in the playoffs last year. And you know what's going to happen now, Amadeo. They're going to come back to Philadelphia. They're going to string wins together. They're going to be dancing and dumping the sunflower seeds and water on everybody, and everything's going to be right in the world. Do not forget when this happens, these past few series. Do not forget. Again, in closing, when they are forced to play out of their comfort zone, they cannot function. If they have to go on the road in the postseason and win games, they are done. I think they're done regardless, but if they have to play in Arizona, San Diego, Los Angeles, whatever, they are toast. They are absolute toast. And the only reason they're going to win this division is by default and because the Braves have been so injured, not because of anything they're doing on the field.
Understandable. Very understandable. Honestly, I would say for some reason, the way that Arizona beats us, that's kind of like us to the Padres. So I don't know how that would work. And we've been beating the Dodgers this year. So like I said, I have no idea how that would work. But yeah, it's fucking... You know what I mean? Who knows? Who knows? I'm not necessarily. I don't think O'Hoppe would have been playing this year. Well, yeah, he probably would have played with the JT injury, but it's just, they could beat. Well, I would say they could beat San Diego. They've proven they can beat San Diego. How many games did they beat against San Diego? I know San Diego was playing a lot better, but they took 5 out of 6 against San Diego this year. They swept them too. And yeah, it was granted that wasn't when San Diego was playing their best, but for some reason they tend to play better against San Diego and even in their own ballpark against San Diego. That meaning that in Petco Park. Yeah, that's basically it. There's nothing else on the Twitterverse from this game, so I just don't know what else to say here. I'm basically just lost for words. So, no idea here, boys. No idea here. Lost for words, and I got nothing else. That's all. I got nothing else. Oh yeah, the backup. Even though I still firmly believe the backup catcher should not be that impactful, no team's backup catcher is that impactful, and we shouldn't be even having this discussion. It really should not be the case, but it's been like everyone's talking about that just because yes, of how bad JT has been. That's the only reason the backup catcher is even being discussed. It really just is. Because if JT was performing to his capabilities and Stubbs had to play every now and then, no one would be complaining. No one would be complaining whatsoever. Because I still firmly hold to that belief the backup catcher means nothing. In my personal opinion, the backup catcher means nothing. It only means something right now is because of the way JT's playing. And like I said, if JT was playing to his capabilities, no one would care. No one would care at all. So, that's where I stand. That's where I stand. So, and that's going to do it for today, everybody. Yeah, that definitely could be the case, Michael. That 100% could be the case. They have all the talent in the world. They're not mentally tough. Could be 100% the case. So, that'll do it for today, everybody. I appreciate you all for tuning in. So don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section down below. Don't forget to drop a like. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Does me a great deal of service. Also, don't forget to use the code TTPSPORTS, $20 off your first purchase at SeatGeek. Good deal. Don't pass it up. Day off tomorrow. Much needed day off for all of our sanities. Really, it just is. So, we got game on Tuesday, tomorrow. Day off, bearing anything else, unless we decide to do something. And that's basically it. And the recap is the rest of the way. So, appreciate it, guys, for tuning in. This team is driving me insane. And all of us insane. So, without further ado,